Hey there, what is up, plant community? Green Thumb here. Today, I'm going to do a garden video update on everything and even talk about some things that have happened. Like, for example, I had some people tear up these plants here and rip them out of the ground and throw them around, so that's why I haven't posted in a while. But I figured now it'd be time to do some updates on the garden and what I've been doing, and some more to come. So let's start out with our conifers here, the juniper. This guy got ripped up out of the ground. He looks like he's doing all right now, but yeah, it definitely has affected him. Hopefully though, he'll grow and do just fine out here. I gotta go lock the door real quick because the wind's gonna blow it open. But yeah, I probably, since it did get ripped up like that, I probably won't bother doing a trim on it this year, and I'll probably just let it really do its thing. And then over here we have my other juniper, which is looking absolutely fantastic. Doing great, didn't get ripped up out of the ground, and he is just wonderful. I will have to trim him up next year into a tighter form. Next, we'll move on to my hydrangeas. This is one of the most common hydrangeas here. Has a red stem and gets big old white flowers on them. It's a very nice hydrangea. I currently forget the name of it, but I planted it not too long ago. Single, double trunking stem there. And it should grow and really flourish and be something magnificent. And then over here we have my other European hydrangea known as Pink Passion. Had some flowers die back on it, and it's regrowing. So yeah, it's doing wonderful. Can't really wait to see that take off. And sorry for the glare, it is really humid out here. I would argue it's on the dangerous level of humidity out here. And then over here we have my other European hydrangea, arguably doing better than the other one, which is weird because this one too got pulled up in that massacre that those people did, but it is still doing good and not requiring much water anymore, just like that one isn't either. And then over here we have the more drought resistant out of all of them, the European hydrangea, doing good. It's been raining, so I haven't really had to worry about them. Doing absolutely magnificent and brilliant. And then we have my two bromeliads right here by the porch. Doing fantastic. Doing absolutely wonderful. The bromeliad over in the pot over there with the ficus isn't doing so well. And then we have my red Enseti banana. I had to correct that because that too got pulled up and just tossed away. And the newest big leaf that I was actually really excited for got damaged, so I had to cut half of that off. But we got a new leaf coming up now, so I'm real excited about that. Don't know what that is. I think that's just because it got ripped up out of the ground. But yeah, we're gonna get a new big leaf, and that is quite exciting. And then we're gonna continue with the banana family over here with the Musa Baju cold hardy banana. Hopefully I planted this one deep enough that will come back next year. I always for some reason miscalculate and never plant them deep enough. So hopefully this year I planted this one deep enough and it will come back. It's kind of been growing one-sided, and that's because of the wind blowing this way. It's been tearing up the leaves. Hopefully if the storm's coming in, that won't happen with this, and this is a newer leaf, so hopefully it's strong enough to withstand the winds. If not, well, it just is what it is. Good luck. And then we'll go over here, continue with the banana family. We'll go over to my white bird of paradise over here. We got a new leaf right there. I have this rock here to kind of hold it up, doing absolutely amazing and doing really well. And then we'll go and we'll do all my palms. We'll go ahead and knock off all the palms. Trachycarpus fortunii, my baby. I had to start all over now. There is no more palms in the ground here in Muncie besides one palm as European fan palm that I'll have to protect. But yeah, it's doing really good. Doing excellent. When it gets bigger, it grows into this pot. I will probably go ahead and plant it in the ground. And then we'll go over to the European fan palm. It's wanting a trunk from the sides, not lower to the ground. So I've been cutting off those offshoots in order to prevent it from doing that. Looking absolutely amazing, giving me new foliage every day. I will, of course, have to absolutely protect this guy. Now we'll go on to more. Oh, no, not go on to anything. Well, yeah, we're still going to go on to more of my tropical palms because that's what this is a tropical palm. Here we have my Chinese fan palm, Livistona chinensis. Doing really well. It's acting weird though. It's one to unravel as it's still kind of in the crown. This is the oldest frond. This frond's starting to come out. We got a nice strong spear there. So here's hoping that does really well. Now we're going to more of the tropical pinnate species. Somebody asked me, what happened to your Majesty palm? Well, the Majesty palm, reason why I haven't done any updates on it is simple. I ain't got it no more. It died at the old place. I think somebody knocked a ball into the crown of it. And when I came back, the only thing left was the trunk. The crown shaft was completely gone. So I replaced it with this guy, which is my bottle palm. This frond was damaged due to salts in the water because we have salts in our tap water here to keep the tap water clean. So I have to add special things to it in order to make the tap water remotely safe just for a palm like this and for other palms. So far, doing really well. I planted it up with some flowers down here. This is its newest frond. This will probably be its last year in this pot before I have to finally upgrade it to a bigger pot. And then here we have my dwarf coconut palm. It really hasn't done much of anything. It's maybe shot up this frond a little bit, but otherwise it really hasn't done much of anything. Oh, and then another thing, banana family I forgot to mention is my heliconias, which seem to be doing really well. Now that things are warming up, I found out that the reason why they die back isn't because of the water. It is rather because of the cold temperatures I put them through to get them out there early. So yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, coconut palm hasn't really done much. Hopefully it starts doing something soon. And then over here we have the newest addition. I put mulch around because we don't have gutters up here, so the rain just kind of falls on it. I decided to throw in my rag here and get a pygmy date. I'm going to try just water spike it. If that works, then cool. If not, then oh well. I'm not going to keep fussing with it. Just is what it is. I can't dedicate my whole time just to palm trees because I've got a lot more to take care of than just palm trees. And then continuing in the ground, we got my Cordyline australis here, green variant, about 3 years in the ground now. Doing really well, doing really good. I'll have to protect this guy during the winter, of course. And then over here, which I fear could possibly, sorry about that, I'm not too far from the train tracks. Literally down that road. Hold up, I'll try to show you guys. Literally down that road. You can see it right there. That's how far away I am from the train. So yeah, sorry folks. Anyways, as I was saying, over here we have my green Cordyline australis. I mean red Cordyline australis, sorry about that. Doing good, really starting to take off now that things are warming up. And so that's pretty much all my Cordyline species. Now, I'm just probably gonna go through this whole garden bed here, just so I don't get confused on things. We'll go with my iceberg eucalyptus. My iceberg eucalyptus over here has done absolutely wonderful. It is continuing to do really well. And I just honestly hope that it survives our weather here in Indiana. Because if not, then, well, as always, oh well. My camera was being funny there for a minute. There we go. Yeah, camera was being funny for a minute. It's kind of being glitchy. I don't know why it was doing that, but yeah. Iceberg eucalyptus, growing here in Muncie, Indiana. It's supposed to take down to -4 degrees Fahrenheit. Sometimes you can get a little bit colder than that. We have theories that if it doesn't grow into a full tree, it will simply die back to the ground and act as a shrub. So we'll see if it absolutely grows here. So this is supposed to be a hardy species for Zone 6. I am on the verge as a Zone 6A, so we'll see. And then over here we have my lemon eucalyptus. I keep it and let it branch out so I can cut the branches off later on and use them to my advantage to keep the mosquitoes off. Doing really well. And then over here we have one of my crotons. This is called Gold Dust Croton. And it's doing alright. Leaf is kind of pale here, but it will adapt to the sun. And then over here we have my rock fig. I really love this guy. It gets big leaves with red veining and red stems if you put them more in direct sunlight. Doing really well, and I am absolutely happy to have him. We have one of my only variegated yuccas that has ever only done good here. Every time I've tried to plant an actual yucca in the desert garden, it has always died on me, so yeah, hooray to this one. This is my gold sword yucca. Happy to have him, happy that he is here. And then this here is my other eucalyptus. Won't survive here, just like the lemon won't. But I grow it just for the wood and hopefully something I can burn. There we have my red castor bean, looking absolutely good. Kind of growing where all the sun is. Just healthy competition. And then over here we have one of my bigger leaves. It's supposed to get big, but it really hasn't gotten big as I've wanted it to. But this is one of my bigger elephant ears, doing really well. Had to dig him up once. I think that may be the reason why he really hasn't produced these big ears like I would love to see him do. And then here we have my weeping fig. This has sentimental value as this came from my grandpa. And it's doing really good this year, especially since I threw him out in the sun. And yeah, he's really coming around. Then we have my pink geranium over here, kind of in the weeds. I have to get the weeds out from him, but he's doing really well. And then here we have a native hibiscus. It is a swamp hibiscus. Looks like it's getting ready to bloom this year, so I'm excited for that. I love to have them bloom. They look absolutely amazing in the garden when they bloom. And I'm really hoping it takes off. And the one I planted over at the old place has got bigger leaves. But we'll see if it survives because it has a lot of competition and my neighbor really ain't taking care of the garden as he would like. He's kind of an alcoholic, which disappoints me because I kind of would have loved to see him take care of the garden and take care of things. And he's just kind of letting it grow every which way. So survival of the fittest over there. Though I will say, I did look over at my one plant I planted, which was a philodendron. No, not philodendron. A rhododendron. There we go. And it's grown up to my chest, so that's quite amazing. It's supposed to take longer, but these things just take off here for some reason. And then here we have my spider leg daylily. You guys knew I had to get another daylily. I mean, I just love my daylilies, so yeah. And then here is a strawberry. It volunteered here, so I'm letting it grow. Hopefully I'll get some fruit off of it. And then here is one of my big giant canna lilies. No, calla lily, sorry. Is a red variant. So yeah. It's been doing really well here. And then over there is one of my hostas. Sorry if I'm sniffling, guys. It's gonna happen. But yeah, I had to get another small leaf hosta because, well, I mean, and the leaves won't stay as small forever. They'll get bigger. But I just really miss my hostas, and yeah, I wanted another hosta. And then here is one of my Dracaenas. Is a big variant of the corn plant, and yeah, I absolutely love this guy. It can take a little bit more sun than the others, and doing really well here. Hopefully when the banana grows more, it'll kind of shade out the banana, it'll kind of shade this guy out, and so will this guy. And then over here we have a new grass species I decided to plant. This is Japanese forest grass, variegated form. Doing really well here. I planted it, and it was doing kind of poor over in the one place where I got it, and well, now it's starting to really take off. And then over here, we got my Dracaena Red Star, which I got from my grandma a long time ago. Doing good. Got some damaged leaves there, but that's from me overwatering it, and the crown actually died, it's regrown, so absolutely amazing there. And then we have my other Cordyline Australia. It's about the only one I've ever found here that's variegated. Doing really well now, especially after the abuse it took. And then we have my Mickey Mouse Peak Ear Poinsettia doing really good. Common Poinsettia doing really good. I kind of keep them in the back so I don't get much water. And then over there we have my native man fern. Doing really good here. You can find these up at the Great Lakes in the state of Indiana on the border. So yeah, it should do just fine here and flourish here, even though it's planted in rock. And then here we have my Monstera Deliciosa, which I have plans on digging up. Doing absolutely well here. And then we have my Spanish moss. Birds like using it for nesting and things like that. The last Spanish moss survived here, so try them out if you got them. And then we have my other croton here. Gold dust croton I planted in the ground, doing good. Probably won't get as big as I would like it to get, but that's alright. We'll probably replace that guy next year with a japonica. So yeah, I will give the gold dust croton look here. And then here we have one of my lilies that has completely flowered. The flowers looked beautiful when they were going, but I had a lot of things going on, so I really didn't have a chance to really video that. And then right there we have my lemongrass. Keeps the mosquitoes away. It just got planted, so it will do better eventually. Here we have my big leaf hosta. Get a more tropical look. I love the variegation on it, which is why I got it. It's different than the common blue ones planted here. And then here we have my orchid. This is how they naturally grow in the wild. They grow in trees. I gotta water it, and once I water it, it should be okay. And then over here we have my normal green castor bean, doing really well. we have a citronella plant down there. And then right here we have my calla lily. Canna lily, I mean. I always get those mixed up, doing really well. Last one I planted didn't do so well. I thought I dug it deep enough, but then again, we had an utterly brutal winter too, so I don't think it really got a chance to get established. This one, I might take a bag of mulch, not open it, and just kind of throw it there, just so it can have some protection and get established. Here we have my fiddly fig with an elephant ear, which is called the African mask. That guy didn't do worth a crap, so I'm going to replace him with another plant. But yeah, he's doing alright. And then we have my other poinsettia there. This elephant ear is just now producing a pop when it should have been really focusing right here, and it's just now starting to grow. So I'm not expecting to see much growth from that whenever it comes time to really grow. So yeah, that's going to be disappointing. I'm going to try putting a pot and overwinter it and see if I can keep it like that. Last year I failed, but that was also because I had a lot of things to do, so I just kind of covered it up with that, the poinsettia. And then here we have one of my species of philodendron. This is Goldie Eye. Probably said that wrong, but it is a philodendron hybrid. So it will trunk, and it is interesting, and so yeah, I went ahead and put him out here. And then here we have another native species of fern. This here is the ostrich fern, which will get a bigger head on it. It just kind of got stomped on and has had a hard time growing, but it will grow into its own. And then we got the polka dot plant doing just fine here. And then we got my variegated Monstera deliciosa. I went ahead and put a spike in there to help it out, and this is its newest leaf. It's starting to climb. It's here. I just kind of put in a pot, put it out here. This is one of my other man, what do you want to call this thing? Dracena is another corn plant species. There's another poinsettia there, not doing so well, but yeah, he's doing alright out here. And then we got this guy, which flowers. I forget the name of this one, but he does absolutely fantastic here. And then we have, I don't know the name of this one, but I do know enough about to know that is an epiphyte, doing really gorgeous leaves, honestly. I was debating whether or not I wanted to dig it up, but honestly, I might just dig it up this year and store it over the winter. Just because it is interesting enough now, I feel, to do that. So I probably will do that. It's competing with the Monstera here. Tried to climb up this tree. I wanted to see how big it would get climbing up this tree before winter came. So yeah, so far it's only produced 2 leaves, so I guess you'd say not very fast, but it's getting there. And then over here, which I forgot to mention, we have my Christmas fern now really starting to come in its own. So yeah, that's really about it. We got one more plant, and that is this common philodendron. Its new leaf is right here. I did repot it, so yeah. I put in a terracotta, so that way I don't take the chance of overwatering it, which I have the bad tendency to do with these. Doing really well, doing good. So yeah, hopefully it continues to do good, and hopefully these leaves do better and get bigger, because if not, I might just have to go ahead and just up the whole thing completely, because I thought this would be enough, but it may not be. So yeah, everything out here is doing good. Otherwise than that, guys, as always, keep it real and keep it tropical.